other's character before marriage, which I think is never advisable.
I beg your pardon for interrupting you, Lady Brightman, but this engagement is quite out of question. I am his father's guardian, and she cannot marry without my consent until she comes of age. The consent I absolutely decline to give.
Upon what grounds, may I ask? Algernon is an extremely, I may almost say, an ostentatiously eligible young man. He has nothing, but he looks everything. What more can one desire?
It pains me very much to have to speak in frankly to you, Lady Brightman, about your nephew, but the fact that is that I don't approve at all of his moral character. I suspect him of being untrue.
Untruthful? My nephew Algernon? That's impossible. He is an Exonian. Algie, could you refer me to LS 35?
Of course I could, Cecily. You know.
Yes, I felt it instinctively, but I couldn't wait all the time. I hate waiting even 5 minutes for anybody. It always makes me rather cross. I am not punctual myself, I know, but I do like punctuality in others. And waiting, even to be married, is quite out of the question.
Then what is to be done, Cecily?
I don't know, Mr. Moncrief.
My dear Mr. Worden, as Miss Cardew states positively that she cannot wait till she is 35, a remark which I am bound to say seems to me to show a somewhat impatient nature. I would beg of you to reconsider your decision.
But my dear Lady Brightman, the matter is entirely in your own hands. The moment you consent to my marriage with Gwendolyn, I will most gladly allow your nephew to form an alliance with my wife.
Well, then you must be quite aware that what you propose is out of the question.
The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde is a play containing criticism toward Victorian society. In this part of the play, we can see that Jack, or Mr. Worthing, refuses to give his consent for Algernon and Cecily's marriage because Lady Bracknell also objects his and Gwendolyn's marriage. Lady Bracknell then continues question to Jack's objection, claiming that Algernon has nothing but looks everything.
This is what we believe to be very important to highlight from the play. In this section of the play, Oscar Wilde is motivated by the hypocrisy of Victorian society, especially the way they prioritize their reputation above everything. During that era, society paid an enormous amount of attention to someone's look, wealth, manners, and even intelligence. Achieving these aforementioned aspects would make someone become more well-known and well-respected, which was what drove Jack to disguise his true image with another identity that suits the high Victorian society. Hypocrisy can also be shown in how Lady Bracknell addresses Algernon. Although Algernon is only acting and behaving like an accomplished rich man while having debts here and there, Lady Bracknell disregards his lack of wealth and takes pride in his looks, which represents how society in that era used to display themselves as classy as possible in an attempt to increase their self-image or value.
In addition, we also see how someone's wealth, class, and reputation play a big role in one's marriage, shown by how someone who was not involved in the relationship can deter the marriage by just one objection. A person's wealth, class, and reputation is considered very important in society, showing that society views marriage as a deal to make sure of one's fortune in the future, rather than a sacred bond of two people in love.
In our view, we believe that the importance of being earnest is an excellent execution of a criticism towards society. Wrapped in a comical remarks and satire, Oscar Wilde is able to give a candid and organic illustration of the faults in our society, highlighting its hypocrisy in relations to self-image and reputation. Thus, we strongly believe that the importance of being earnest will never go out of style, and will always be a constant reminder that what many people display may likely be a facade, and that what is true can only be found within. If only one is not consumed by or be obsessed with the greedy expectations of society. Display is also a wake-up call for us to be critical of the trends and interests within our society.